meditation to the evening, just until I pass and write my exam for mutual funds. So we're having our coffee and then we're having our smoothie at the same time as we do our little couple quizzes. So stay tuned. We're having a espresso, active vitamin B6, espresso, boom, making our coffee, let that brew, and then get our smoothie. Yeah. Right? Yeah, there's our smoothie. I'll be right back. Morning, Nana. Yeah, morning. We're doing our, instead of morning meditation, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do meditation in the evening, study in the morning. I slept in a little bit. We're gonna get about 45 minutes of studying in just a minute. One sec. Oh, one sec. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit stuffed up this morning. I stayed up a little bit later because I did a run, because I'm training for a marathon, half marathon, not a full marathon. And then I did a kettlebell workout too. Yo, Aiden, what's going on? Yo. Yeah. Hey, we all love cats. Welcome. We're about to study in just a second here. Stay tuned. Just get my, just getting the water put into this. Boom, boom. Let's have our smoothie. Yeah, you're giving the exam. Yeah, I already booked the exam. Exam's done. I'm not doing any practice exams yet. I'm just finalizing the quizzes. So I'm gonna work on a quiz right now. I'll try and get through the whole thing. It's gonna be less questions, but we'll see how it is. It doesn't let me save where I'm at, which is annoying, but I'll just do my best. Yeah, things are going well, Aiden. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. You ran 10 miles on July 11th? Holy. Crazy. Yeah. That's what I'll be running. Because 10 miles is, half marathon, 22 kilometers. Yeah. I do 2 short runs and then a long run. And I'll show you guys like my training. Like yesterday's training was all about, right? Kettlebell training, 20 minutes of that. And then I did 20 minutes of running, so short. I'm doing run intervals to train. Question for you, I'm gonna go to college next month, but I'm confused. Should I be regular or do another course and don't go to college? Ooh. But I'm confused. Should I do regular? Well, it's totally up to you. I did a business diploma for college, and then I got, but I finished it later. I spread it out over 4 years because, yeah, I mean, get more education as much as possible, depending on what it is you want to do. But I got into banking using my connections in school. I have an option to not go to college regularly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's totally your call on that one. You kind of know how you're feeling about everything. So there's no harm in going to school like extra, right? It'll help you fine tune what it is you want to do. Yeah. Good coffee. I was thinking you might help me, same field. Yeah. What I did was, because if it's finance, right? Since it's finance, it's your background. I use my connections in school to help land me a job outside of school. So I went to school, and then halfway through school, there was an opportunity. I was talking to my classmates. First, I got an opportunity from a classmate. I didn't even have to worry about my resume. I spruced up my resume, I made it better, but I got all my jobs while I was in school, like the opportunities. I talked to one classmate. He helped get me into sales, selling cell phones, because I'm like, I need sales experience to get into banking. Because when I was talking to the banks and because they had like recruitment fairs, right, where different businesses were at the college, I would talk to them and they're like, yeah, you need sales skills, finish your school. And then I was still focused on finishing my schooling. And then I talked to a classmate in statistics class. And then he's like, I'm like, oh, like, what do you do? Like, I need sales experience. You said you got sales experience. And then he says, oh, I sell cell phones. And then I started with that. And then when I was working at that place in the superstore, Real Canadian Superstore, because it's called Mobile Shop. I sold cell phones, and then right across from us was the bank. There was a bank inside the superstore called President's Choice Financial. And then I started talking to that guy, and then I'm like, how does it work? Like, how do you do you guys like do well? Hey Goku, welcome. And he's like, actually, it would make $18 an hour. I'm like, no, you don't, no way. Because at the time, that's a lot of money. I was only making $11 an hour. And they paid for your mutual fund license, which I'm retaking now. So, yeah, I miss you too, bro. Goku. Yeah. Do you know company secretary? No, I don't. So I would go to college regularly. But in college, talk to all your classmates and use every opportunity that you have. Yay, sugar, welcome back. Here's my smoothie, and I'm just gonna quickly take my focus juice, which is this. Boom. Is Jack, remember? Yep. Morning, Jack. Take allergy medicine. Boom. I see. Yeah, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. This is so hectic. Yeah. Whoa. Hang on. Dropping stuff. Yeah. I know it is. It's stressful, but you'll figure it out. I figured it out. Bingo. I'm just setting everything up. It is 7:56 a.m. Pacific for me. Not at least not your level. No, you're smart. It just comes down to confidence and self-esteem. And what gave me confidence was networking. Key thing. Network. Network with your classmates. 3 p.m. in Scotland. Okay. Oh, and by the way, in between studying, well, I do have cousins in corporate. That will help. 100%. Ask them how you can get into a secretarial role. Corporate secretary. That's how it's done. That's how business is done. Yeah. And then see which locations you can do that. All right. We're gonna do running out of time, so I gotta get back to study here. So study with me, and I'm gonna do push-ups in between if I hit a wall. Say I slept in to a little bit in the evening, a little bit in the morning. And hit subscribe if you guys are new. It's freaking awesome. We got 18 viewers. Hell to the yeah. All right, so we're gonna do we got our smoothie right here. Not in finance, but they will help me. Oh yeah. Yep. Here we go. We'll be doing 25. I'll give you guys 25 push-ups in between studying as well. What is all this baloney? Oh, I'm just logging in here. Hang on. It's being all wonky. What the hell? Oh, what the hell is going on? What is going on? Okay, I found it. That was weird. So I had like the wrong link. Okay. here we go. We're accessing an online course. What day is it for you? Today is Tuesday. Yeah. Yep. 458 for sugar. Nice, nice. Beauty. All right, we start. I'm gonna see where I'm at with my quizzes. Smoothie, coffee. Okay. Where did we get to? Did we finish that one? I think we only have one more quiz, Mindset Fam. Nice. Yeah, we've only got one more quiz to do. Let's see if I can do it in under 30 minutes. Boom. Here we go. There's 20 questions, so let's dive right in. What country are you in? Oh, yeah. Identify the maximum amount of protection per customer account under the Canadian Investor Protection Corporation. Let me get my, yeah. Boom. Million. Canadian Investor Protection Corporation. 1 million, yeah. All customers are covered either as part of the customer's general account or as separate accounts such as cash, margin, short sale, tax receipts accounts, and foreign currency are combined and treated as one general account, entitled to the maximum coverage of 1 million. Canadian Investor Protection Fund. Okay, so yeah, $1 million in coverage. Identify the obligation that a dealer has with regards to accepting unsuitable order. Maybe process only with a note on file. Yeah, unsolicited order. Let's see. Oop. Unsolicited order are responsible for suitability for both solicited and unsolicited trades. When you receive an unsolicited order, be right back. I need to pee. Appreciate it, Goku. All right, that is unsuitable in relation to the client's objectives, risk tolerance, and other circumstances. It is not sufficient to merely mark the order as unsolicited. You should take appropriate measures to deal with the unsuitable order. The extent of the obligation depends in part on your relationship with the client. Providing the client with cautionary advice recommending changes to other investments within the account. Cautionary advice should be documented. That is unsuitable. So how do we? Yeah, document. Should be documented along with confirmation of the client's instructions to proceed despite the advice provided. Okay. Otherwise unsuitable if there's no changes. Maybe permitted to simply refuse the trade. Okay. Order may be processed with only the note on file. I don't like these questions where they're like they don't line up with what's in the text. Goodness gracious. Normally, suitability requirement applies to recommendations the dealing representative may make to a client and unsolicited orders that have not been recommended by the dealing representative but instead from the clients. Let's see. When you give advice to clients, you must provide appropriate cautionary advice with respect to unsolicited orders that appear unsuitable based on client information. You must be aware of the investment objectives and strategies behind each order. You should take appropriate safeguarding measures when clients insist on proceeding with unsolicited. Yeah. Okay. mutual funds that have not been recommended by the salesperson, but instead from clients. Not been recommended. No obligation to accept the order exists. Unsolicited orders must not be accepted. May be processed only with a note on file. Oh, must not be accepted. No obligation to accept the order exists. The order must be accepted and processed. Unsolicited orders must not be accepted. Only with notes on file. Yeah. Yo, Chris, welcome. Oh, you got to go? No worries. All right. The order may be processed only with a note on file. I'm guessing on this one, but it's a little bit tricky because normally if it's an unsuitable trade, you got to note the hell out of it, right? Because a client could come back and say, oh, you know, like I want to do this and blah, 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 blah. But you can also refuse it too as a representative. Yeah. When investing in a spousal RSP, identify the individual that know your client information is required for. Spousal RSP. It's been a while since I've done this chapter. Ted contributes, yeah. So the higher income earner contributes to the RSP. Yeah. So, yeah. When investing in the spousal RSP, identify the individual that know your client information is required for. Let's see. I think we're on chapter 17, 18. Yeah. Contributing spouse. Yeah. Higher income spouse. The name of a spouse or common law. Still, if the taxpayer, he or she may contribute to the spouse's plan only to the extent that the contributor does not use the maximum contribution available. She may contribute. I'm not affected. Let's see what else it says. Does not have a financial interest. The contributing spouse does not have a financial interest in the account. So the know your client information is required for the non-contributing spouse only. There we go. Non-contributing spouse. Boom. Identify the minimum frequency with which a dealer must request in writing for updates of material information from a client. Material information from a client. Mutual fund dealer representatives must be registered to sell mutual funds. This requires registration with the Securities Administrator in each province and territory in which the clients to whom they sell. Dealer representatives must keep the Securities Administrator informed of material changes in the material information provided on the dealer representative's registration application. But this is asking specifically for with which a dealer must request in writing from updates of material information from a client. Here. Account information should reflect all material information about the client's current status. It should be updated to reflect any material changes. But how often, though? I'm going to say annually for material information. And again, hit subscribe if you're new here. This is day 3 of the push-up challenge. We're combining the push-ups in this live with my study. And I'm going to be studying every morning until I pass this exam. And I have the exam on July 16th. It's 100 questions. And when I write the exam, I literally can't be in this office. I have to be in the kitchen. I can't have any materials on my desk or anything. They're super strict. I can't take any washing breaks, and I can't even have any water or anything. They're super strict. It's like, holy moly. Date of birth you on file. Registered account. For sure. Okay, we're on question 6 of 20. We're blowing through this. A minor purchases a mutual fund. Choose the action that the minor may take prior to reaching age majority. Yeah, minor. Client's date of birth should be, Minors can legally purchase mutual funds but are not contractually bound and can therefore revoke the purchase at any time prior to reaching the age of majority. And receive the full amount of the investment back, even if the fund's units have dropped significantly in value. Okay. Revoke the purchase. Yeah. A joint account is open. Choose a criteria that may differ among the owners of the account. Investment objectives, investment time horizon, risk tolerance, investment knowledge. Well, all of these. Joint account. Here we go. Must have identical time horizons, investment objectives, and risk tolerances. Single recommendation must meet the needs of all owners. The investment knowledge of different owners. Investment knowledge of different owners of the account may differ. Investment knowledge. Yeah. So when you open a joint account, husband and wife, their investment knowledge will not always be the same. Who must authorize a limited trading authorization? Limited trading limited trading authorization. Prohibits dealing representatives, officers from accepting a general power of attorney or similar authorization from a client in their favor and relying on such power of attorney for similar authorization to place trades, to purchase or sell securities on behalf of the client for the client's account with a mutual fund dealer. If they did so, they would be engaged in the prohibited practice of discretionary trading. A discretionary trade is defined as any purchase or sale where the dealing representative determines the timing and or price of the sale or purchase. There are a few exceptions to this rule. In the case of the client name accounts, for example, a member or dealing representative may accept a limited trading authorization from a client for the express purpose of facilitating trade execution. The limited trading authorization must be authorized by CIRO, Canadian Investment Regulatory Organization. Yeah, CIRO. Select the term used to refer to accepting cash gain illegally and making it appear legitimate. Money laundering. Marie has delegated certain duties to Ted, her unregistered assistant. Ted hands out order forms for mutual funds, provides information to Marie's clients about current net asset values, takes redemption orders from clients, and takes completed order forms for Marie to process. Determine the activity that Marie should not be delegating. Determine the activity that Marie should not be delegating. Yeah, providing information about current net asset values. That should be done by the mutual fund representative. Yo, what's going on? Hey, Tune. Welcome. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Hit that like button. We're going to be doing some push-ups in a little bit, if we got time. Otherwise, I'll do them at lunch and before the end of the day. Today will be mobility focused and cross training for my half marathon with boxing with heavy bags. I'll show you guys that later. Last night I showed you guys kettlebell. I'll be doing 20 or 30 minutes of heavy bag tonight. Probably around 8 p.m. Pacific or something like that from Canada. All right, question 10. I got 10 more questions. Delegation of certain duty. Let's see that. Yeah, guessing on that one. Oh yeah. Yeah, can't take redemption orders. That makes sense. Because yeah, to do the redemption, to sell your mutual funds. So studying a mutual funds course. Yeah. To take redemption order, you have to be licensed to take a redemption. So yeah, that makes sense. Receives a fax from a client stating a change in address, marital status. She updates the know your client form, alters the risk profile, investment objectives, blah, 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 blah. After sending the form for approval, her branch manager notifies her that she has acted inappropriately. Determine Julia's heir. Accepting an electronic document. Updated without discussing it with the client. Without discussing it with the client, yeah. Derek is meeting with 4 siblings who wish to pool their money for investment purposes. After completing the know your client information, he notes that 2 of the siblings have limited and 2 have expert investment knowledge. They all have similar risk profiles, investment time horizons, and investment objectives. They would prefer maximum flexibility and trading authority. Determine the type of account that would meet their needs. Their siblings. Group plan account. I bet you it's a group plan account or attendance common. If more than one person owns an account, each owner owns a pro rata share of the account. Can only give instructions with regard to the pro rata portion of here. Yeah. Many employees, belonging to group plans. Yeah, no. I think it would be tenants in common. I think tenants in common. I'm going to say tenants in common. Oh, question 13 of 20. Appreciate it. Which of the following sales practices is permitted? Non-residents in the province in which you're registered. Indicating to clients that a particular mutual fund is registered for sale in a given province. Selling mutual funds that are not registered for sale in the province in which you're selling them. So yeah, investment guidance with respect to individual stocks and bonds, but only if they're held within your institution's mutual funds. Sales practices permitted. Name from one province into another. Oh, what does it say? Are permitted, yeah. Okay. What? Oh, something. One of my when you're doing the push-ups, pretty soon here, I gotta try and finish this first. And if I don't get them in after studying, then I will do them at lunchtime. It is 8:23 a.m. I'll be going to work soon. Sometimes there are no rules that directly cover a situation. What should the mutual fund sales representative rely on to make appropriate decision? Ethics. Yeah. Identify the duty of care component that requires all recommendations to be based on careful analysis of the client and the particular transaction. Due diligence. Yeah. Duty of care component. All recommendations be based on careful analysis. Yeah. Yep, got it. Due diligence. Identify the action that breaches the expectation of professionalism. Yeah. Identify the component of integrity that requires that representatives ensure a client's assets are used solely for the client's purposes. Priority of client's interests. Let's see. Respect of client's assets. Yeah. Priority of client's interests. Oh, they're both in there. Identify the component of integrity that requires that representatives ensure a client's assets are used solely for client's purposes. Yeah. Yeah. Respect for clients' assets. Know your client falls under which primary value? Know your client. Duty of care. Duty of care. Yep. Primary value, duty of care. Nice. We're almost done. Mindset family. We can do some push-ups. I'm on Instagram. Yep. Hey, Mowdy, how you doing? But I'm mainly on TikTok and YouTube. So hit subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a live. So you never miss a live or YouTube short. I've got 1,300 videos, over 1,300 videos, YouTube shorts and lives on my YouTube channel. So tons of content for you guys. 2 more questions. Almost done this quiz. What is one of the major principles of professionalism? All trades must be made by registered individuals. Appreciate it. All client, and then share this live as well for people that like study with me, work out with me, meditate with me. Day in the lifestyle vlogs. I'll be doing some day in the lifestyle vlogs for you guys this weekend. When I clean the place, I'm gonna clean our windows. Gonna do a bunch of decluttering, so it'll be good. Diligent effort must be made to learn all essential facts. Client assets must not be used to suit an advisor. Yeah. All client information must be kept strictly confidential. Principles of professionalism. Trades by registered and approved individuals. Personal financial dealings with clients. Yeah. Yeah. Trades made by registered individuals. Yep. Beauty. 828. Hey, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Jamie's client contacts him and asks him to sell all of his holdings in ABC Mutual Fund immediately, explaining that he has information that the fund will be switching managers in the next 3 weeks. Jamie immediately advises his other clients to sell their ABC Mutual Fund units. What primary value has Jamie violated? Ooh. Compliance. Confidentiality. Yeah, I would probably say, professionalism. Probably compliance. Yeah, I'm gonna say professionalism. Boom. Nice, 75%. Still remember me? Yep, 100%. You have too low subscribers according to your content. Yeah, 100%. I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. Oh, all right. So we passed this quiz. That's all the quizzes, and then I can review all these questions later. Perfect. So that's awesome. So I finished all those. Boom. Finished all the quizzes. Done all those. Boom, boom. Yep. Just gonna see. Nice. Yep. Okay. Yeah. 7, 8, 9. Make sure I'm done them all. Yeah. That was a long one. 30 questions. Whoa. And then this was a long one too. 40 questions for this one. Nice. Yeah. And then we've done, I'm just checking this one. Yep. So yeah, so, and then this one. Boom. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. We're good, Mindset fam. We are good. So we're going to get out of here. Go back to the home screen, and then we're going to call it Bro Looks Like the SpongeBob series, the Krabby Patty. Make shorts video more. Yeah. Like on flow state or on self-improvement. 100%. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. I was doing manifestation content, but I'm kind of getting bored of it. So I'll focus more on self-improvement because I know that's what a lot of people come to my channel for. So thanks for the advice. And yeah, if you want to give content recommendations too on my channel, I'd much appreciate it. I've turned a couple comments into content. I like to use your guys' comments and feedback because it helps me put out content that people want to see. And when you guys engage with it right away, it goes viral. So that's the biggest thing. So because if my own subscribers aren't engaging on it, then it's a lot harder to, yeah. My background's in finance, but I want to become an online personal trainer and content creator eventually, full time. So okay. All right, I gotta go to work now, but I'll let you guys go. But I will be back on again for lunchtime. Lunch with me. I'll be here by 12:45 p.m. Pacific. All right. Ciao.